Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. If you are new, be sure to hit that subscriber button. Let's grow this family together. Also, be sure to check me out on my podcast at The Dima Podcast for the best podcast content ever. Okay, so here we are. This look is so bomb. I was in the mood for a rich chocolate brown smoky eye latte coffee, all the vibes. And I just love the way it turned out, and I promise you, you won't believe how simple and easy to achieve this was. Eyeshadow does not need to be complicated. You do not need a master's degree in eyeshadow to achieve this. Just trust me. I did use the Danessa Myricks eyeshadow palette for this. It's an insane palette, and you won't even believe me when I tell you that I use this for concealer, contour, and lip liner. I know. It's a little bit more expensive in the $60 range, but I promise you'll be amazed at how much you can use this for. And also it's just neutral, like a neutral everyday palette. There's cream concept in here. There's a shadow concept in here. So you get a little bit of everything, and it's just so easy to use. And again, just so pretty. And it's huge, like huge. Anyways, brown is my favorite color, in case you needed to know. So if you're interested in watching how I achieve this makeup look, then please continue to watch this video. Okay, so we are in a messy bun. Let us live. Okay, so let's start off with my face. I'm very rosacea friendly right now, so I like to use a little bit more of a full coverage. I'm going to go in with my Charlotte Tilbury, the Beautiful Skin Foundation. I just did a video on this, and it's just, this foundation is really working for me. I mix the colors 8 and 9. It makes your skin look very healthy. The coverage is really good. It's a little bit more on the oily side, so if you have dry skin, you might love it, but if you have more oily skin, which I'm a combination of both, but it might not be great for you, but it's going to require you to really set it. But it's a nice, very dewy looking foundation. I just mix both colors in, and I begin to mix this on my face, and you see the coverage is so good. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this everywhere. And you don't need a lot because it's a good coverage, but you can see how well this just makes everything look one color. Okay, the Danessa Myricks palette. Let's talk about it. Besides the fact that this is a beautiful eyeshadow palette for every day and every night, and your makeup kit for your clients, because you can do anything with it. It also has a nice cream-based product and a powder-like finish product, so you get a little balance of both. And this is the color Sandstone. It's like the lightest color in here. I'm actually gonna dip into this with a concealer brush. This is my concealer brush, and I'm gonna go right under the eye. You see that? Do you see that? Are we seeing this together? Let me just do one side so you can see the difference. And it's very light. So like it's fully giving coverage because it's kind of like a powder-based cream formula, but it's given. It is given. There's not a lot of product in here, so you don't want to use this for every day because you're going to run out. But like if you need something on the go, like that is wild to me. Wow. Also, it's like blending nicely and it's not creasing. If you take like a light brush and just apply it under like that, and I like my under eye very bright, and I bring it all the way down to the end of my nose. Now the next shade is Desert, and it does turn into more of a brown. So this shade isn't going to work for everybody, but it's still a good base shade for your eyeshadow and things like that. And it has almost a matte finish, but it's like nice and smooth and filter-like, and it's not creasing, so that's wild. I'm just going to put some right in the center of my forehead here. Look at that. We have concealer on. Wow. I love that. So there's some darker browns in here. Same concept. I'm going to use it to contour. I'm going to go in with this color called Chiseled. It has a gray undertone, so it's not necessarily like a bronzer, but it might be great to contour with. Let's see. So this is going to kind of carve out your cheeks, give it more of a shadow illusion, which is nice, which is kind of the purpose of contouring, right? To like bring some dimension into your face, to just build out my cheekbones and my forehead to give it some color. It's definitely not a bronzer, so just keep that in mind, but it does bring a definition into your face. Go darker. Sculpt It looks way too dark for me because I'm going to put bronzer and stuff on top, but look at that. That still looks so good. You can chisel out your jawline because after the holidays, we all can use a little chiseling, and you can definitely use this to nose contour, which is really nice. I don't really contour my nose too much, but I do add some color just like in a sloppy way down there because again, I don't like perfection. I don't. Okay, are we seeing this? Like we're concealed and we're contoured. Now, I don't mind a soft contour like this. I don't want it too harsh anyway, so this is going to work just fine for me. For blush, I have this NARS cream blush. This is in the color Dolce Vita. It's really beautiful. I know the color Orgasm is very popular, but I like this color. This one's more my vibe. It's a little bit of a darker mauve. And liquid blush, don't let it overwhelm you, okay? There's a process and I'm gonna show you. So this type of blush is very rich. A little goes a long way. I'm gonna put just a small amount of this, like that, literally a dot, on the palm of my hand. Is that the palm of my hand? The front of my hand. Grabbing a kabuki-like brush. So something like this with short bristles, and just take this and kind of slowly take some, you see how much, like that's very pigmented, so you don't need a lot. I'm gonna take this and just kind of mix the whole brush into it like this. And really just blend it. You're gonna have like a huge pink spot on your hand, but that's fine. Better on your hand than your cheek. I'm gonna just kind of dip it in there, blend it, and then smile and just put this on my cheeks. And you see how naturally it just builds on your cheek and it's so pretty. And you want to smile, focus on the apples of your cheek and bring it up to your temples. You can put blush anywhere you want, honestly, but lately I'm loving it like right under my concealer on the apples of my cheek. I even kind of bring it up and then right there, and it's just natural pretty. It looks very, very healthy. And then same on this side. And you see, I didn't even need to get more product. Like there's plenty of this one. And the same thing with like cream blushes. You can just always start on your hand, blend it, and then build it on your face versus just going directly on your face if you're nervous about it. And then just clean your hand. It's not a big deal. Relax. Now I am going to set my face with some powder. I have my translucent powder by Laura Mercier here. I'm just going to grab my beauty blender. I'm going to kind of blend everything together again. It's not oily at all, but I'm going to set anyway because it's just part of the process. Would you leave the bathroom without washing your hands? You're disgusting if you do. It's part of the process. And I get oily right here on my brows too, so I kind of put this everywhere. Okay, so our face is looking nice and done, but I'm gonna go in and finish it with some more powder, but I'm gonna start my eyes. I'm just gonna do my eyebrows really quick with the Anastasia Brow Wiz. This is the color Dark Brown. I love a pencil product for my brows because I have a lot of hair on my brows, so I just use it to fill in areas that need coverage, and I use it to extend. And I love a messy, very bushy, thick eyebrow. I hate a perfectly carved, concealed eyebrow for me. Like I do it on people if that's what they enjoy. But for me, it's like I just like for it to look natural and thick. And of course your eyebrows are never gonna be even because they're just like, they refuse to be even. They just like want to give you the hardest time possible. I take a brow pomade. This is by Merit. It's in the color brown. And I just use this to add dimension to my eyebrows because I like for it to actually look like there's hair. Like I want the hair to look nice and brushed out. So this is a really good product. It's light, it's not too strong, and it's not like sticky. All right, going back to this palette because wow, I'm in the mood for a very brown, chocolatey looking latte vibe eyeshadow that's just gonna look smoky and dark and rich. I'm not even gonna hesitate. I'm gonna go into the color Sculpted. This is a brush that comes in the Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadow palette, the one that has two heads to it. I'm taking the flat side because this is more creamy. The color Sculpted, it's like a very, it's like the darkest brown in here. And I'm going to take this and put it directly on my eyelid. I'm gonna put this everywhere because we're gonna blend it. I have more of a flat eye, so like my lid area kind of comes heavily down on the base of my eyelid. So like even if I do an eyeshadow with like a crease, like if I look at you directly, it's gonna hide. So for me personally, like a smoky look looks good where I just fill in my whole lid with a color and then just have like a transition shade. So that's what I like to do and it works best for me. And I'm just gonna put this all over my eyelid and then use the other side of the brush to blend as I go. These blend again because it's not necessarily fully creamy, but it is like a pigmented eyeshadow. Look how good that blends. Oh my God. I want to blend in circular motions and then just bring it out a little bit for a lifted effect. Wow. Like that's just one color so far. Hello? I like to do eyeshadow in the least complicated way possible, at least on myself. When I do makeup on clients, I obviously take my time. Depending on what they want and their eye shape, I can perform anything and it always looks beautiful. But for me, it's just like I like to just look just one and done, you know? Now I want to add some transition shades on the higher levels of my eye. So I'm actually going to dip into this beautiful color Core. I'm going to dip into the powder side, not the cream side. And this is more of an orange color. That's going to blend beautifully in this transition area between the brown and my eyebrow. And again, just circular motions, just bring it in towards the inner corner of your eye and blend it and then bring it out. Don't be afraid of it going too high or it coming down too low to the brown. It's actually really pretty. These colors are so pigmented. Just bring it out. That looks really good. I'm also going to take this color called Mirage and a flat brush like this, and I'm just going to take the powder side and I'm going to put it right under my brow bone right there, just for coverage, so that it doesn't just look like skin. And I'm going to just put it right under there and then blend it back with that bigger blending brush that we had. And honestly, that's more than enough for me. Like 1, 2, 3. 3 colors at the most. You can add some shimmer as well if you wanted to, but I'm going to add some to the bottom as well. This is just a black eyeliner, and I'm going to add this to my upper lash line. I'm going to tight line inside of it. You can also do the inside. Very, very lightly. Don't poke yourself. You can add eyeliner, you can add a wing, whatever you want, but I feel like this is perfect for me. I'm just gonna add some mascara because my lashes do well with just mascara, but you can definitely add some falsies. This is the MAC Lash Stack Mascara. It's one of my favorites. I get the mega one. And okay, so I added mascara and you can see that looks really good. You can definitely add false lashes if you'd like. I wanna finish up the rest of my face before I come back and finish the eyes. We're just about done. I definitely wanna add a little bit more bronzer to my face. This is just the Makeup by Mario. This is the medium dark bronzer, and I'm just taking a bronzer brush and I'm just going to build it up on the cheeks a little bit just because I like it a little bit more intense for the bronzer side, not necessarily contour. So I did, just so it looks a little bit more like we've been in the sun, you know? And I just kind of put it on my cheeks, on my jawline, and on my forehead. But you can really put bronzer wherever you like. There's really no, there are no rules for anything. And definitely we need to build up this blush, because one thing about me, I'm going to wear blush at any hour of the day, at any capacity. We're going to add it at all times. The Dior blush, the Rosy Glow. It's one of my favorite colors. It looks very pink, but on the face, it kind of goes into like a more rosy, softer pink color. And I'm just gonna, again, put this in the same area, apples on my cheek, and bring it up just to add some more color. That concealer is insane. That's on the eyeshadow palette again, just to remind you. Okay, grabbing a pencil brush like that with a fine tip, I'm gonna begin to blend out the bottom of my lash line, and I'm gonna grab just a soft brown color. Let's try this desert color. It's a little bit more of a soft brown, but like an orange undertone, just to begin blending that eyeliner that I put in my waterline. And I'm just gonna lightly go like this and bring it out. This is an optional step. You definitely don't have to, but whatever you like, whatever looks good. I mean, I don't put bottom mascara on because my lashes are so long on the bottom that it just looks very like spiky, and I don't know, it just like, it doesn't look good in my opinion. Now let's move on to lips. I'm gonna line my lips with this eyeshadow palette. I know, you are not gonna believe it. I'm just grabbing a flat lip brush like this, and I'm gonna go in with the color, this is the color Bark. It's a brown, again, that same color I initially put on my lid, the cream side, and I'm gonna line my lips. Just trust the process, okay? Go ahead. It's no different than using a brown lip liner. So nice. I just couldn't believe it either the first time I did it. Like this palette, you can literally do a full face with this palette and then just kind of blend it. That's the thing, like you add it and then just blend it into your lips. It's like contouring your lips. It's actually nice to do lip liner or lips with a brush anyway. You have so much more control. Look at that. I'm just gonna blend this into my lips. It's so soft and it doesn't feel dry or like flaky. And this brush, I know, okay, give it a break. Do you ever have those brushes that you just refuse to get rid of because they're your day ones? You don't even know what brush it is anymore. Just like, I've had you since the last 10 years, I refuse to get rid of you. This is one of those brushes for me. I'm gonna take the color Peach Blossom by MAC for lips. This is a peachy pink, but together they make the perfect color. Because I feel like you can mix so many colors and I never stick to one color. So that's that. On top of that, I go in with the color Honey Love by MAC, which is my staple lipstick. If you need to have one lipstick in your purse at all times, it's Honey Love. You see that? It's a beautiful nude. It's not matte, it's like sheer. I put this kind of right in the center. It makes the most beautiful color because you have that pink undertone from the peach, and then you have the nude on right in the center. Okay, I'm taking the color Vanilla Beige by Summer Fridays. It's just a lip balm. And I'm just gonna put this right in the center, just so my lips feel glossy. I don't like when they feel too dry. How good does that look, you guys? Wow. Okay, And that is it for this video. What do we think? It came out so nice. Easy eyeshadow, beautiful pink cheeks, neutral lips, but still very glam, very full glam. It's really chic and elegant, and I love like a smoky brown. You can never go wrong with that orange transition. So comment down below in the comments. Let me know what you think. I will list all of the products in the description box below for you guys. I love you all. Thank you so much for watching as always, and until next time, I will see you later.